How's it going, everybody? We got another emergency news update from the Ace Studios. So, for today, we're going to be talking about the great news. Well, I don't know if you can say great news, but I should say historical news. Not so much because it's actually a good thing, but more so because it's fucking stupid. Maybe I'll edit the little portion out so that I can get the cuss word in, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Anyways, so Trump is being indicted again, or for the first time, whatever fucking bullshit was going on right now. And pretty much it's all just a farce. So pretty much those that preach the loudest have the most to hide. Guess what? We already know the news media fucking has been bullshitting all this stuff about Trump right now, and it only continues further with them trying to, get him for these unclassified documents, right? When in reality, he's pretty much in his right when he was the president, and them trying to use that audio, there are still plenty of fucking spaces of error that kind of seem a little coincidental. Obviously, the whole point of him being super ahead of Ron DeSantis, the fact that he's actually after the deep state, and a lot of things that Alex Jones and a lot of other people have brought up that are coincidentally right. You know what I mean? The whole Hunter Biden laptop that was proven correct from Elon Musk, saying, hey, how many conspiracy theories were actually true? And he was like, all of them. And then the reporter asks, all right, well, which one? Hunter Biden laptop. Oh, shit. Shouldn't say that, right? So it just proves this as a reality, okay? There is a matter of fact that the Biden administration and a lot of other people right now on the Democrat side are basically trying to collude and fuck up Trump's presidency election candidacy, all that bullshit, right? When in reality, he should be just free to be able to run, you know what I mean? But they're really scared that he's gonna make a difference in all this bullshit, right? Well, guess what? Let it run. You just gotta let it happen. There's nothing you're gonna do to stop the man. If anything, he's getting more votes by you trying to put all this on him, right? So in reality, I think you should probably just drop it. There are plenty of evidence gonna be shown here on just they're not well. You know what I mean?
The idea of equal justice is not playing out here. And so that's a real concern to all Americans. So as a policymaker, elected officials, we want to make sure it's equal justice for all. We want to look at it as weaponization. Now, you're with CNN, right? Yeah. Okay, so let's talk about this even further, because when somebody weaponizes government and they actually get removed from government, let's take Andrew McCabe, okay? Former deputy. Let me answer the question.
This is a different set of circumstances, right? I mean, the former president is accused of misleading law enforcement, of a conspiracy of obstructing justice. That's a different set of facts. Are you prepared to defend him as the former president, and what other actions will the House take in the House Judiciary Committee in terms of funding?
Are you prepared to defend your network, CNN? I'm answering your question. You could ask me any question you want, but I'm entitled to answer the question, okay? You can't put words in my mouth. Even though your network can hire Andrew McCabe, who was fired from the FBI for leaking classified documents. Did you remove him from your network? No, you continue to put him on to give judgment against President Trump. You also hire Clapper. Clapper has come out publicly.
Mr. Speaker, what steps is the House going to take in terms of, is there any effort to defund the FBI, any effort to defund the Department of Justice after what you've seen over the last several days?
So your network hires Clapper, who literally lied to the American public, one of 51 other individuals that had briefings and used it politically to tell the American public that a laptop was Russia collusion, even though it had all this information about the Biden administration. Are you prepared to get rid of those people from your network? Because my concern as a policymaker is that when you weaponize government and now you're weaponizing networks, that is wrong. So we will take all of our power to make sure that the legal system in America gets the blinders back on and people are treated fairly. I have a real problem that your network actually pays people who did classified information and then lied to the American public to try to influence a presidential election, and then you put them on your network to give an opinion about a president. And I'm answering your oh, very clearly, because what your network has done has weaponized at the same time. I think equal justice is important.
People have we seen that were arrested from the Trump administration under BS reasons? Several. We've seen several people that were arrested. My speculation is that they probably threatened many of them with arrests unless they flipped and said these horrible things about Trump, so they can try and start swaying the public that he actually did something. Having people that were part of his administration or part of his cabinet to publicly put out there that he actually did break the law, or that this is dangerous, or that this is the time they got him, that they, in their mind, they think that that would carry a lot of credibility, because this is all about perception. This is all about perception. So again, that's just speculation as to they're so desperate that they're at this point in time where they'll do anything to sway public perception of Trump because they're losing it. So anyway, that's just, we'll hear what Barnes has to say.
The fundamental flaw of Turley's analysis, Sean Trende made a similar kind of analysis where he said it was okay that Hillary Clinton walked, but it was okay to prosecute Trump. How Sean Trende at Real Clear Politics pretends to be anything other than a Trump hater now. He's been caught lying repeatedly about Trump. Tom Bevan at Real Clear Politics should reassess who he has there. Sean's an old friend of mine, but he's gone full TDS for a while, ever since he went up to Ohio State. There's one core problem with all of these claims. This is the elected president of the United States. He determines if a document's classified or not. He determines the document is secret or not. He determines whether it's a government document or not. Congress can't do that. Justice Department can't do that. The intelligence community can't do that. This is an indictment saying Donald Trump used his own documents, kept his own documents, liked his own documents, and didn't want to give his own documents back. That's his constitutional right. So the problem with this case is the entire case is bogus. Instead, this is an attempt of the deep state to overturn our constitutional democracy, to say that they can tell the world when their secrets get to be disclosed. That's what this case is premised on. Donald Trump rebutting the lies of General Milley, who lied to Bob Woodward, who claimed that he had stopped Trump from waging war in Iran, when it was actually Trump that stopped Milley from waging war in Iran. Now here Milley is, by the admission of the indictment, leaking actual information that he was not entitled to disclose, that he was not entitled to declassify, that he was not entitled to declare a personal record, that is subject to national security information laws, because he is a lesser official subject to those laws. And yet there has been no indictment, not even investigation of Milley, and he's still in legal office today with Republicans in Congress doing jack about it. By contrast, the president, who is vested by the second article of the United States Constitution with all executive power. That means the president decides any information that comes in is classified for his benefit and his alone. It is only secret for his benefit and his alone. It is only national security information for his benefit and his alone. He can unilaterally declare anything declassified, not national security, a personal record, anytime he wants. The mere act of taking the documents with him, and let's remember, he's not taking original source documents. All of those exist because, as has been pointed out by members of Congress on a range of places, these are all digital documents, so they're digitally stored. So this is only about the president having rights to his documents as a matter of constitutional law. These are all his documents. The Presidential Records Act merely reflects that. I mean, I had these people saying, oh, he can't do this. Congress says otherwise with the national security. Imagine if Congress passed a law tomorrow that said, we hereby declare that if the president executes any of his second article duties, that is hereby a crime and goes to prison. That would be patently unconstitutional. They have no authority to limit the executive branch under Article 2. They are given zero.
I'm so much I love.
But yeah, I wanted to keep this one a little short and sweet, and just because it's a quick update. So let's see what y'all think. And you know what, Trump, I think it's gonna make it for 2024. Let's go. Hopefully we see what y'all say. Hope you have a good day, good night. Catch y'all next time. Bye.